Night 3 of the World Series at New Smyrna Speedway underway as the green waves. Derek Griffith and Gus Dean take the field into turn 1.
Side by side for the lead down into turn 1. Who's it going to be? Griffith with the bottom lane. He's going to stay side by side with Gus Dean. Dean with the lap 1. It's going to be Griffith by inches here at start finish.
Tight racing for that number 1 spot, wheel to wheel, maybe even bouncing off of one another a couple of times. Waiting right behind him to see an opening is Jet Nolan, the young driver in car number 50, who has had a great start to his 2024 season. Leading lap number 2 at the line, Gus Dean.
Gus Dean with a really nice lap there, using the outside lane to his advantage. He's going to jump out and take the lead, as now here comes Jet Nolan with some pressure on Derek Griffith for second.
Single file formation, top 3 spots at the front of the field as they settle in. The battle for 4th right behind them. On the inside lane is Brent Cruz. He gets sideways going in. He's able to save it, fortunately for Cole Butcher, because he was on the outside. And then they get that dreaded yellow flag that comes out, and the next thing you know, they're fighting for 5th.
Don't jinx us, man.
I know, it could happen.
Good battle on the racetrack right there between Jet Nolan and Brent Cruz. Ooh, a little bit of contact right there. Brent Cruz giving the old chrome horn to Jet Nolan, moving him up the racetrack, and Brent Cruz going to take over that position. He's going to move into 3rd and push Jet Nolan back to 4th.
Austin Nason also getting involved in the action with Jet Nolan. Nason on the low side takes the spot away, kind of threading through some traffic as well. Here comes top qualifier Gio Ruggiero in the 22 to the inside. It's a battle for the 5th position. Gus Dean leads. Derek Griffith, Brent Cruz, Austin Nason, and Jet Nolan racing for spots now as the field slows, as we have a car on the front straightaway bringing out our first yellow flag of the race right at the halfway mark. 18 laps down, 17 laps to go, and it's Amy Catalano's 54.
Coming back to green, Derek Griffith and Gus Dean up on the front row.
And Dean has a good restart, beats the 12 of Griffith into turn 1. Brent Cruz looks to the outside for second, and Griffith going to be able to close the door barely on Cruz heading to turn 3.
Cruz almost had the nose of that 24 car underneath the rear bumper of Derek Griffith, but he cut him a break. Griffith able to hold on to second, as Gus Dean starting to stretch that advantage in the number 57.
Yeah, Dean had a sizable advantage when that yellow came out at lap number 18, and it looks like he's going to be able to build it up quickly again as he pulls out front by several car lengths over the trio, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Griffith, Cruz, and Nason. Here comes Cruz to the inside of Griffith for the number 2 spot. Heading into turn number 1, Cruz is going to be able to pull it off. Griffith, fortunately for the 12, able to get back down in line and follow the 24 down the back.
And that's going to allow Gio Ruggiero to move to the inside of Austin Nason directly behind that battle. Ruggiero trying to follow through on the bottom side of the racetrack, but Nason, that 14 car, very strong here as we start to close in on the final 5 laps. Just 8 to go here at New Smyrna.
Side-by-side action now is top qualifier Gio Ruggiero, the winner from Friday night. Races with Austin Nason. Nason holding on to that 2nd lane, but giving the 22 of Ruggiero some room to race on the bottom, and Gio going to try to pull off the 2 for 1 here to the inside of the 12 of Derek Griffith. Can't quite do it coming off the 2nd turn.
And this is the best battle on the racetrack. Way out in front, Gus Dean has said hasta la bye-bye to the rest of the field. He has a full straightaway ahead of Brent Cruz, and even if Brent Cruz does set sail to try to reel him in, we are quickly running out of laps, coming to complete lap 30 this time by just 5 to go for Gus Dean. A dominant performance from that driver out of Bluffton, South Carolina. White flag in the air, final time around for Gus Dean.
Dean brings it off of turn number 2, heads down the back straightaway into turn 3. Clear racetrack ahead. Should have to pass no other cars as he brings it off of turn 4. And for the first time in his career, a winner at the World Series is Gus Dean.